Well, hello there guys. We're now in the Rhakotis Library. We're going to be continuing our journey through it and eventually fight the Scarabeus boss fight. Alright, and forgive me if I make any mistakes or anything like that because it is fairly early in the morning. This is actually the first time I'm recording in the morning because usually I record in the late afternoon or evening, but I didn't really get around to recording the commentary yesterday, so I thought I'd do it today because I want the episode to be up to date. But we'll see. Okay. Now, if you notice, we've been fighting quite a lot of these jackalmen around here. Actually, the jackals, they played quite a bit of role in ancient Egypt because the jackals, they were like a scavenger kind of animals. So what they would often do is that they would try to dig up the dead bodies from the tombs, you know. So it was something the Egyptians feared because the whole idea of afterlife was really sacred to them. Once you die, you're supposed to be, you know, in peace. So the fact that the jackals would dig up the bodies and feed on them, it was terrifying. And so that's actually pretty much why the god Anubis is depicted as the jackal god, why he's got a jackal's face, because by worshipping him, they kind of thought that he would protect them from all the jackals. So in that way, Anubis is like a protector of the dead. And he does play a lot of the protection of the dead roles because he's also the one who guides the undead into the underworld, and he's the one who, well, I think in some versions it says that he's the one who measures, you know, the feather of truth against the person's heart to determine if they're worthy or not. So yeah, if they are worthy, then they go to like this version of the heaven that I forgot its name now. But if they're not, then they get fed to this horrifying monster called Amit or Amut, and this monster eats their soul. So we've got here the majestic chest, standing in the corner innocently. It's got 2 greens in it, a hail buckle of insight and a Diogenes' crest. Let's take a look at them. So, here's a hail buckle of insight. If you see, it's quite nice. Remember what I told you, the hail bonus is good. Hail bonus is the one that gives that huge percent to strength and health. So it's really good when you have that bonus on any gear. And it's a quite nice shield, but it's a bit difficult because the shield go right now is really great as well. So, yeah. And this is Diogenes' crest, which is nice for the mages. But yeah, also that hail shield, it's got level requirement 21, so we still got another couple of level ups to go before we can even equip it. But hopefully we'll find something better by then. If you might have noticed, but the shield we've got now, Aegis of Laconia, it also deals more damage, so all our shield hits will be doing more damage with it than with that hail shield. So maybe the exchange won't be that beneficial, but do keep in mind that hail prefix is really useful. It's really good. Yeah, so we're now encountering the undead, if you might have noticed. The jackalmen are now history. Well, not entirely, we're still going to be fighting more of them later, but now this part of the library has the undead in it. Not sure why. I was actually wondering if this is a real place, Rhakotis Library. I tried to Google it, but couldn't really find anything about it. Surely it must have been a real place if they put it in the game. Let's tag the battle marker. I'll be killing everyone really quickly. And in a little bit we're gonna be fighting the Scarabeus, which is a giant dung beetle. Giant scarab. And the scarabs were actually a really sacred animal in Egypt as well, because they were, the way they were rolling the dung into a ball, to the Egyptians it was reminiscent of a sun being rolled along the sky. So the god of the rising sun was called Khepri, and he was depicted as like a man with a beetle's head or something of that sort, and it looks really interesting. And he was like either like an assistant of the sun god Ra, or even sometimes one of Ra's depictions, like Ra would be Khepri in the morning, then his usual self in the afternoon, and in the evening he would be called Atum Ra. So it's like several different deities sort of fused into one. Alright, we're now fighting some maggots, and maggots are quite common in Act 2 of this game. They all come in different shapes and sizes. But anyways, this is the door that will lead us to the boss fight. We've got to prepare. The main thing you got to keep in mind for this boss fight is that you need good poison resistance, and 25% is not so bad for normal difficulty, but for higher difficulties you might want to have it higher, especially for legendary. Of course, it is possible to completely avoid the poison attack that he does, but it's better to be on the safe side, so have some poison resistance. Let's proceed then. Come on! There he is. A big, huge green slime ball. Imagine the dung pile that he is gonna roll. It's probably gonna be pretty huge. See, if you notice he's doing those streaks of poison, you can usually predict when he does that, because he kind of he does that. He kind of gets his head back a bit and he sort of pauses for a moment and does that sound, and then he shoots something like 4, I think, poison projectiles, and they kind of fly in a bit of a spray. So you gotta dodge. Don't dodge backwards or anything, dodge actually around him, because that way they're most likely to miss you. And if you get hit by like one of those projectiles, that's not so bad. If you get hit by all 4, then it's gonna be really painful, unless your poison resistance is fantastic. And they also, apart from dealing poison, they also give you like a slow effect, so you'll be a bit slower. But otherwise his regular attacking is actually doesn't do much damage at all, so you don't really need to worry about being close to him. You only need to worry about the poison spray. And he does summon his little babies, little beetles as well. And once again, they're not really anything dangerous either. In fact, they usually die off without me realizing that they die off, because they just walk right into my skull or something, or get affected by, see, like that, by the batter. So yeah, not much left. Just gotta be persistent and keep hitting him. He likes spamming this poison attack a lot, but gladly you can easily predict when it's coming. So he hasn't actually properly hit me yet. I think he only got me like with one of the side projectiles. Kind of went like ricocheted to the side or something. But otherwise he hasn't given me any direct hits yet. You see, sometimes it goes at an angle as well, which is funny. But the thing is, once you get to his side, it can't really curve any further. Come on, let's finish him. There we go. Explode into a huge green pus. Alright, so we got rigid carapace from him, and we combined with the previous one we had, so now we have 2 pieces. Hopefully we can complete it by the end of this act. Should do, there's gonna be so many scarab beetles actually. Plus the rigid carapace, you also get it in Act 3 as well, from the mantids. Alright, so this helmet is nothing really special compared to the one we have now. It's pretty much almost the same. Just gives an armor bonus instead of pierce resistance. Alright, so don't forget to open these coffers as well. And let's check out his majestic chest. Obsidian bracers. Yes, an accused charm of dexterity and essence of Anchovisis. Alright. So that's Anchovisis. And yeah, the Obsidian Brace. They usually drop in Act 1 actually, Act 1 normal, but it's strange we got them in Act 2. They do have a small drop rate chance, and if you notice, they're really good. They give us so many bonuses. The only problem is, once we equip them, our dexterity goes down, and we can't wear the torso armor anymore. So we'll have to make up with some, put some dexterity bonus, and actually this charm here is giving us some dexterity bonus, and we could equip it. But we're gonna lose tons of defensive abilities, so once again, this is huge trade-off here we've got to do, and this is something I was actually really struggling about in the game, so I decided that I'll think about it. I decided I'll keep going and just complete the main quest at least, whilst thinking of whether it's a worthy exchange or not. So we get scroll invocation. Here it is. So now our main quest updated. We've got to go and give it to Imhotep in another place. He's not anymore in the Rhakotis. I don't know why the guy's playing games with us, but whatever. Hather Basin. Okay, we're gonna stop around here. See this scroll invocation there? Don't lose it. And now we're gonna perform the exchange. This is when I've decided that yes, I do want to exchange, because I really love the obsidian braces. I want them. I want them! So we're gonna put this accursed charm of dexterity on. And we lost quite a bit of defense, but we're gonna lose even more once we take off the braces that give us dexterity. We're gonna gain some offensive ability. It's not bad. See, now the torso armor doesn't fall off. We can keep doing this to check what other bonuses we've got. We're losing some dexterity, but we're gaining quite a bit of strength, which is nice. Gaining a little bit of offensive ability, but we're losing tons of defensive ability. If you remember, our defensive ability was something like in 210 or 218 or something. Now it's 181, so it dropped by like a good 30 points. So we'll just have to find something that will give us some more defensive ability. Maybe on one of the rings or something. We'll find a way. Okay, so we'll stop around here and we'll continue in the next episode. Bye bye.